All right, guys. So here we want to learn on areas of measurement. Now, before I take you to the measurement section properly, now you need to understand that there are areas you have to take as a designer or a tailor. Now, for you to understand what you're measuring, you need to know what you want to measure first. That's the first rule for every fashion designer. Now, for a proper and perfect measurement, you need to measure 6 areas for top and also measure 6 for trouser. That is 12 in total. That means if you're taking a client's measurement that has to do with the top and the trouser, you must measure 6 areas for top, 6 for trouser. That's 12 in total. Now let's list those areas. Now for the top, you have the following areas. Number one, the chest. Please make sure you take note of this as I wrote it in this order, right? After chest is the shoulder. I will tell you why we should do this as we proceed. And the next is the sleeve length. Sleeve length. And the next here is the round sleeve. Round sleeve. And the next here is the neckline. And the last one for the top is the top length. Top length. So these 6 areas must be written in this order, right? So you must make sure you have them properly written in this order. Now for the trouser, we also have 6 areas as well. And number one as well, we have there is the waist. The number two we have there is the hips. Number three is the laps. 4 is the knee. 5 is the ankle. And 6 is the trouser length. So these 6 areas are so important that you must also list them or measure them accordingly. Now, in some cases, you might want to measure the calf. If you happen to meet clients that their calf or is bigger than their knee, so what do you need to do? Just put 2 values on the knee circumference. So what does this mean? For example, if the knee is 18, for example, and the calf is 19 or 20, just put a slash and put 20 or the next value. So this one means that after the knee, the next is the calf. So you need to know how to, concise your writings to make it make sense to you so that you have a pattern of drafting or writing down your values at any given time. Now, I will also explain that for this top measurement as well, for the sleeve part, we have 3 basic types of sleeve. We have the short sleeve, we have the 3/4, and we also have the long sleeve. So how then do you impute those different measurements in the sleeve length section? For example, if your customer gave you 3 fabrics to make for him and you're making one short sleeve, second one 3/4, third one long sleeve, how do you cover those measurements? Instead of writing short sleeve, let's say 10, 3/4, let's say 17, long sleeve, let's say 25. There's a way you put them down that it will make more sense to you. So what do I mean? Simply let me just put here up. So simply, if you write your sleeve length as SL, you get, now you put a dot this way, and maybe 10 is for the short sleeve. You can either put a slash or a comma, anyone, and the 3/4, let's say 15 this way, and the long sleeve is, let's say 25. You also put a slash and write it this way. So let me put it this way: sleeve length this way, then 10/15/25. So this simply means that your sleeve length for the short sleeve is 10, the 3/4 is 15, and long sleeve is 25. So by the time you have this pattern of writing down your values or your measurements, you will have issues or whatsoever. So at any point in time, you have 3 values in any point of that measurement area. Put a slash or a comma to differentiate that there are 3 values in this area. Every good tailor or designer will understand that the 10 is for short sleeve, 3/4 is 15, long is 25. So the same thing is applicable on the round sleeve as well, whereby you have 3 values as well in round sleeve. /S means round sleeve, because these short forms you also need to learn them and master them. So round sleeve, you can still put a slash, let's say 15, let's say 16, and then 10. Now the different thing here is that the biggest part of your round sleeve is the first one, which is the biceps. Round sleeve goes in descending order. Why sleeve length goes in ascending order. So what do I mean? The values of sleeve length increases as you approach the long sleeve, while the value of round sleeve decreases as you approach the long sleeve. So this 15 means the bicep, which is the biggest part. Now the 16 is the elbow here, and then so this one should be around 14. Sorry, not 16, around 14, right? Then the fist here is 10 because it's obvious that here is bigger than here, and here is so bigger than here as well. So this goes in a descending order for the round sleeve, while the sleeve length goes in ascending order. So you must make sure all these things are properly noted so that you will not make mistakes or whatsoever. So this is the elbow, this is the biceps, that's the muscle area, biceps. Here is the elbow, and here is the wrist or the fist, right? So this is how it comes. But I don't waste my time by writing bicep, elbow, or whatsoever, or I just put them down as one, and it gives me a clearer understanding. So having said that, every other value here, we have every other areas of measurement here, we have one value, right? So I'm trying to be fast so that you won't be bored with so many explanations and the long videos that you might be watching. But do bear with me. That's the only way I know I can teach very well and explain things in full detail. So this is how you take your measurement areas perfectly well. So if you have understood this, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next one. Bye bye for now.